Nah. Uzi, I trust you.
V, please!
Can you set me free? Will you take my soul away?
What?
What the heck, dude?
That is so wrong.
Oh, come on! Like, they have the balls to kill her.
Did you not just watch the video? She is clearly dead.
Oh, please. I can make up 3 to 4 perfectly reasonable explanations on how she can return. Hear me out. As you can tell via the intro, we are covering V's sacrifice. While I will be providing 3 to 4 plausible ways of how she might return, I will be addressing 2 things in this video, starting with this. With the somber music, the salute, and the sudden elevator collapse, many people are quick to say V died, most likely because it would make a catchy video title, and literally every freaking reaction video about episode 6 had this exact same thumbnail. However, we don't even know if V got offed. All we see her do is salute surrounded by sentinels and then the elevator wire snapping. Technically speaking, V might still be alive fighting off the sentinels. However, what we do know is that Glitch made a big moment about the scene, so we can conclude that V isn't coming back anytime soon. With this out of the way, I will be going over 4 collective ideas on how V might return, from the most plausible to the least plausible. The most plausible way V could come back is through an Eldritch form. We know if a murder drone gets fatally wounded and doesn't have enough matter to regenerate his or her wounds, an Eldritch will be activated to seek out more matter to repair its host. This is the more plausible way V might return, as she hasn't killed anyone since the beginning of episode 4. Now, while I'd say that this is how Sin would make her debut in the finale, we know Uzi overrided Sin's control over V, so V will most likely be this rogue Eldritch that causes more problems. This rogue Eldritch V might even carry over to Season 2 of Murder Drones, as one of the main objectives of the series is to fix her. There is another way for her to come back, but not in canon or show, and that's marketing. Like any indie project, you need funding, and while they do get lots of money from the episodes, there are still more ways to support them. Merchandise. And while Uzi and End are the main cash cows, V still has her own collection of solo merchandise, and she even received the plush before Uzi, need I remind you. Heck, for even capitalizing on her sacrifice. We can still expect some level of merchandise about V soon, so don't worry about that. A while back, I made a clone theory to possibly explain Jay's sudden return, which turned out to be correct.
Real tired of killing this one.
Effective drones were cloned more.
With this being said, we've also assumed that the N and V we know in the series are most likely clones themselves, so technically speaking, the OG V is still out there. However, I don't see how she might want to come back to Copper 9, or even want to go to Copper 9. It's possible that N and Uzi might try and locate her as a goal for Season 2, but I doubt that. There is one final way V could come back. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we don't even know if she died, so it's possible for the finale that V might return to aid Tessa or Uzi, depending on where we go for the finale. However, while this explanation is the least plausible, it also undermines the entire point of this moment. If you made it this far into the video, you want to know how V comes back. But I think it's time I made you all appreciate V's sacrifice for what it is. When this scene dropped, a lot of people in the community were very unhappy. Many people blamed it on bad writing or that the writers didn't know how to write a proper redemption arc. But that claim is false. I don't know if there's any redemption in Matter Runner, probably because I'm never going to watch it, but there is one character who has changed since the pilot, Condor Man. And you thought I did that for the first anniversary, huh? Guess what? It Testimony is finally now! Its growth over the series from this absent father to a supportive father was truly something interesting to witness. Like how V went from the psychopathic murderer to one of Uzi's buddies. But this psychopath doesn't have to do with this sacrifice. Her relationship with N and Uzi does. We know that N still had feelings for V, and as I have previously covered, V also still had feelings for N due to their long-forgotten past. Sid would use these feelings to torment V for remembering said past. This is why she would be a bit of a jerk to N, and also take on the psychopathic character. However, as we see throughout the series, N's moved on and finds a new love in Uzi, something V is jealous of. Up until episode 6, the two of them kinda hated each other, with V scaring or intimidating Uzi out of N, unable to move on. In episode 6, however, we see V truly care for Uzi for the first time. And let me tell you, if V wanted on the elevator, she would have got on instead of fighting Sentinel 000D. This moment between V, N, and Uzi marks V finally moving on, giving N and Uzi the space to finally grow their relationship.
Hey,
No, Steve! We need you!
nah. Uzi? I trust you.
And this is the true meaning behind V's sacrifice. I don't know if this changes your opinion on the whole scene, but if you have an appreciation for it now, type #salute in the comments below. While this video has the meaning of explaining the true significance of the scene, I also wanted to draw your attention to something else. V's sacrifice, appreciate it or not, truly surprised many. Months earlier though, I happened to connect the dots, and unintentionally predicted V's death. I also made another theory months earlier on the Season 1 teaser trailer on how these corpses could represent other characters in Uzi's life, and how at some point in the series, they were going to die. V's death shocked people, but not just because she died, but because she was one of the core 3 characters of the show. To kill off a main character proves that Glitch wants to take risks. And if Liam was so willingly able to off V, it leaves us to ponder who's next. Several times have these characters faced certain death. Several times have these moments predicted something more disastrous to come. Several times these moments foreshadowed a much grander demise of each of these characters, but none of them could bite the dust. It wouldn't impact the story. But there is one character with so much importance to the plot and so many close calls you can't even count them. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare the coffin for serial designation N. Join me in the coming weeks as I discuss a much deeper lore to murder drones that hasn't been considered. The true untold story, the true intentions of the absolute solver, and the true sacrifice of our favorite golden retriever boy. And